What's up guys, it's Alec Mac 101, and as you can tell by this giant freaking thing of a ton of guns, I am doing my collection video. So I'm just going to do a broad overview, let you kind of look at all the guns real quick. I'm doing it outside on this beautiful Father's Day, and then I will go ahead and start back here at the left top with sniper rifles. So up here, up top, is a well sniper rifle. I know it's a little bit shadowy, but here is a well sniper rifle. This is just a spring sniper rifle. You got kind of a tactical stock, which is pretty nice. Nice grip, well magazine. This is just a Springer. It has a kind of a cool rail system. I chopped off the orange tip on it. It's nothing really special. Next down below that we have an Echo 1 M28. Now this gun's actually pretty nice. It has a few upgrades. It's got a nice matrix scope on it. Has a Mad Bull Black Python barrel inside of it. And you can tell it's got a kind of cool OD-ish paint job, and then just a bipod on the front of it, and a Force Recon giant suppressor. The barrel only goes to like right here, but James decided to put a freaking huge suppressor on it, so do what you want. Next is my main sniper. This is my Tokyo Marui VSR-10. This thing is awesome and beautiful. It has a really cool tiger stripe paint job on it. It has a lot of upgrades, steel sears. It has a Garter 6.02 barrel. It has my Contour Roam 2 Rage Cam, Scope Cam on it that I've been testing recently, and hopefully gameplay footage of that will be out soon. It's got a suppressor adapter with just a cheap generic suppressor. Has an upgraded red bucking. I'm not exactly sure the brand on that, and then I think it has a few compression upgrades, just like some Teflon tape stuff, and I'm getting more upgrades for that gun as well. Next down we have a Crossman sniper rifle. This is just kind of a cheaper Crossman sniper rifle. It's kind of cool-ish. It doesn't shoot the best, but it's just normal. We got a normal scope on it. Just this simple 39x40 scope. Got the magazine down there in the bottom, and then just a little bit of tape over the orange tip, because why not? Next we have a G&P M14. This is really cool. This gun unfortunately does not work the greatest, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's a really nice gun. It's a G&P M14. It's like the more recon SOCOM version of the gun. I guess I can just use my shadow finger to point things. And then it's got a more traditional M14 style flash hider. Next we have a gas sniper rifle. This thing's pretty cool. It's got a nice tan. It's got a gas magazine. Obviously it's pretty freaking huge. The gas magazine weighs more than the gun by itself does. Just a normal style bipod there. It's got a kind of cool flash hider, and actually has some threads here at the end. I don't know if you can put anything else on that, but it's kind of a cool commentator suppressor look. Next we have a Spring G36, nothing really simple. This is just the Springer section. I'm just going to go through that. Spring G36, Spring M4, Spring M4, Spring Crossman M4, but no one really cares about Springers, but they are a part of the gun collection because they are guns. There's my Real Seal PTW. Up here at the top we have the two most expensive guns in the collection. This is my Systema PTW, beautiful America gun. These two guns by themselves are probably worth like $4 grand total. If we were to build each of these with all the packages I have with them, they'd probably be about $2,000 a piece, and they are just beautiful guns. On the back here I have a Mission First tactical stock. I have a Magpul MOE FCC Fight Club Custom grip. I have a really cool laser engraved America Magpul thing up there. We got an EOTech 552 replica. I have an AFG-1 as well as a VTAC rail system. This is their modular, kind of tubular style handguards. I have an Olight M22 flashlight on there if I need to blind some chumps. Just a normal Birdcage M4 flash hider as well. This gun is beautiful. I love it. I have to get a Red Wolf hop-up for it still because my old Systema hop-up kind of broke. So that is actually in the mail and will be here soon. Next we have a Systema TW5. This thing is beautiful. It shoots so well. It's an incredible gun. Systema just makes some really good stuff. Just standard full-length stock. I have a UTG rail system on it. I have a Magpul shorter grip. These are the newer grips, and I have it wrapped with, oh yeah, it's wrapped with some grip tape. I got some XCM panels, black and tan, just to get a little bit of mix there on the top, or I mean the sides, and then we have the UTG black thing. I don't really like the black under rails, but I didn't have any more XCM, so I have a bunch of mags with this, 2 cylinders with this gun, and it shoots absolute lasers. It's incredible. Next, we have another Systema style gun. This is an A&K Systema. It's got an awesome key mod rail system on it. This gun needs a motor, which is actually in the mail as well. That's why the grip obviously isn't on there, but after that it has just normal stuff inside. It has, I believe it's got a Type bore barrel in it. It's got some different electronics specifically. Next gun is the most important, most expensive operator gun in my arsenal. This is my Nerf freaking Alpha Trooper. I'm just kidding, I threw that in there just because I thought that'd be silly. And I do actually play Nerf at college because I can't play with my airsoft guns there, so I take that thing and shoot all my friends in my dorm. If you don't go to college, or if you have, like, everyone that's been to college and they're in the comments will be like, yeah, we play Nerf wars at college, it's a real thing. Next we have the brothers. These are the KWA SR10s. There's two, they're both built. This one shoots 27 rounds a second. This one shoots 30 rounds a second on an 11.1 LiPo. They're incredible. They just shoot very, very fast. They were built by Sure Shot Midget. He built them to have pretty high speed builds, and they're just absolutely incredible. This one has a really cool muzzle brake up here. It's got a green laser, which is very bright, one of those like really cool lasers. It's got a pressure slide pad right there to use it on a crappy kind of Tango Down style. Actually, I don't know what that's not the Tango Down style foregrip. I don't know what kind of foregrip that is, but it's just a generic foregrip. You got a replica ACOG up there. It's G&P. Actually, both of them have G&P ACOGs, and then the normal just SR10 rest of the bodies, rail. This one has a suppressor and AFG1, and they both have a frick ton of internals in them to make them incredible. They actually both have Type bore barrels that go through the length of the barrel as well. Next, we have a Wii Masada, Wii MSK, whatever you want to call it. Wii ACR. It's incredible. It shoots very, very hard. It shoots about 420 feet per second. It's a really great gun. It's got a nice, I really like the Wii handguards with the Raptor style. I don't know, they kind of just did some really cool stuff with that. And then it has a pretty cool flash hider on the end there. This thing kicks hard. My brother's done some upgrades to it as well, so it kicks a little bit harder than a normal one would, but it's awesome. Next we have a Wii PDW. This gun is pretty cool. It's got some upgrades internally. I have a 6.01 Angel Custom barrel in it. I have an upgraded bucking, and it has a Magpul MOE grip, and then I have some extra pieces just in case any internals break. I have a JBU threaded AAC style flash hider with a suppressor there. It just says modular suppressor system. It's pretty cool. I've never seen one of these before, but it's pretty cool, and I finally got one, so I was like, that's unique, I want to pick that up. JBU is kind of a not well-known company. Next we have a G&P Walk. Now this is actually a custom build. I actually just sold this gun to one of my friends. It's a G&P Walk custom build. He's gonna Daytona gun it. It has Magpul XTM panels right there. One of the better ones right there, and then the older versions of them. And then the body is a Knights Armament Stoner body, which is incredible. It's like a $200 body by itself off of eHobby Asia. I believe it's, I mean, like, different China companies are the ones that have them, but it's really cool how well licensed it is. Next we have a Polar Star. I know you guys that are familiar with my channel love Polar Stars. So here we have the Lancer Tactical Weapon. This is one of their polymer build bodies, so it's incredibly light. You can tell right there. It's just a super, super light gun. I think it weighs like around 3 or 4 pounds. Very, very light. It has a Type bore barrel in it, Pro-Win hop-up chamber. As you can see, the beautiful blue right there. It's got a nice red dot sight on the top. And then you can obviously see the air hose, which indicates that it would be a Polar Star, unless it was like a Daytona gun or you HPA tap the grip. Just kidding. It also has a Night Evolution flashlight. I never remember the exact brand, but Night Evolution flashlight. It's actually pretty bright and nice, and it has the pressure switch weaved over on this side. And you can see, I guess it's pretty bright outside, so you don't really see the light turn on very well. Next, we have a Valken V12. This is pretty cool. This is a kind of different gun that I had not seen before. I'd not been familiar with Valkens, but it's Valken V12 engine. It has an EOTech up top. The externals are kind of crappy, just cheaper polymer body, but it's got a nice quad rail system, and then just a normal birdcage flash hider, and then you also have your little Magpul there. Let's go up to the shotguns next. So here are tri-shot shotguns, 2 tri-shot shotguns. I believe they're both UTG. Actually, I think this one's a UTG on the bottom. And then I think that this one is a Crossman. Anyway, they're both tri-shot shotguns, have a really cool snakeskin paint job. We did the same thing to both of them, which is pretty cool. So I kind of like that. Just normal tri-shots, they're pretty cool. This is a G&G, this is like their Mark 18 style build. I don't know the exact name for it, but they basically tried to make a Mark 18 polymer rail system and call it a Mark 18, even though it's not the actual Daniel Defense rail system. But it actually shoots pretty well. It had some compression issues, as a lot of G&Gs do out of the box. Sometimes, depending, you can kind of either get lucky or not. But we fixed the compression issues, and now it shoots pretty great. G&G green buckings are pretty good out of the box to kind of have one of those, and so that was kind of one of the best things that came out of that. Next, we have a super upgraded MP5. This thing shoots, I believe, 26 rounds a second on 11.1. It rips. It's got one of the crispest trigger responses I've ever felt out of a semi-automatic gun, and it's super cool. Below it is also a stupid gun. This is a SSG single sector gear. However, it shoots like 30 rounds a second with an 11.1. This thing absolutely rips. It doesn't have as great a range as the top Echo 1 does, but this thing is super good. This is actually, it's the Elite Force. This is the cheaper version of the MP5. The bottom one is. The top one's Echo 1. I always say VFC. I don't know why I say VFC. I think it's because I've wanted one for a long time. But yeah, it's Elite Force competition version, not the Pro line. Next, we have the sleeper build. This is a clear gearbox gun that actually shoots like 20 rounds a second. We're working on building it, possibly making it super cool, but we can't decide. Next is my main AEG. This is the AEG I have besides my system of PTW. I just actually finished building this literally yesterday. I got a really cool Punisher laser engraved dust cover, as well as a charging handle that has one of my favorite Bible verses on it. It has a T1, which is beautiful. It has a really cool ZCI key mod rail system. If you guys are looking for a really nice rail system for cheap, ZCI key mods are like $30, $40, which is super, super cheap. And I did a cool little paracord job on it just because I thought it looked cooler and I didn't have a grip yet or rails. It has a Magpul nice new of the PTS. I think these are the, I don't know if they're called the MOE grip or the Ergo grip, but it's the newer generation of the Magpul grips. And then I have a GMP golf ball textured stock on there just to kind of complete the tan and black look. And then I have a suppressor on the end, as well as I'm getting a Pro Win hop-up chamber because this Aries one is pretty decent, but it just is not as good as the Pro Wins. And then I have an upgraded tight bore barrel in it and Prometheus purple bucking that I just got as well. Next, we have a really cool Echo 1 gun. This is kind of a complete parts gun. It has a really cool Daniel Defense Omega 9-inch rail on it. Pro Win. This gun has been upgraded internally as well. I think this shoots like 25 rounds a second with an 11.1, and it rips as well. But this was meant to kind of be a more really like well-built compression internal build, and it is, oh, it's beautiful. It works very, very well with the Pro Win. And I think it has a tight bore barrel, and I think it's a 6.03 tight bore barrel, and it shoots like 200 feet, which is really, really nice. It's had a little bit of feeding issues recently, but we think it's in the mags, so we're working on resolving that. Here is an ICS build. This is an ICS weapon. This is a split gearbox design. It has a Magpul CTR stock on the back, key mod rail system, a Magpul hand stop down there at the bottom. Pretty cool tri-prong flash hider. As you can tell, it's got a nice green little trigger in there. I don't know exactly what brand that is, but it's like a speed trigger. There's a really cool ACOG style sight on the top. And internally, this thing shoots like 30 rounds a second as well. It's been built by Sure Shot Midget. This is actually his main gun, and it is a beast and just works very, very well and shoots very, very well. Next, we have a SIG. This is just a cheap gun I kind of got. I don't even know what brand this is, but it's hilarious. We have it wired to a 7.4 LiPo on the side of it, and it's just some crappy gearbox. Double Eagle M82, that's what it's called, but it's like a SIG 552 replica, and I love the SIG in real life. So we picked this up and put it, and with the 7.4 LiPo, I guess this gun is super good. We've literally put probably like 20,000 rounds through it, just shooting and plinking with it, and nothing has gone wrong with it. We don't understand why, because I think it's all plastic internally. Next, we have a Cybergun FAMAS. This is pretty cool. It's got a little bit of upgrades in it. We got this broke, and Sure Shot Midget fixed it up, and it's pretty great. It's a decent gun. It shoots probably about 140 feet pretty well, but it's a decent gun. Next is this awesome beast of a rocket launcher. This was built for me. I bought it from a guy named Lurch who creates, this is called the Noob Tube. If you want one of these, comment below and I will put a link in your comment box or in the description. So if you can actually have him build you one custom for $200. And he custom engraved with the Alec Mac 1-on-1 and did a snakeskin job for me. And it is so cool. It shoots Nerf footballs. If you aim up like 45 degrees, it shoots about 300 feet. And if you aim straight up, it'll shoot like 500 feet in the air. And it is awesome. Next, we have the pistol SMG Squad line. This is my Tokimori FN57. I actually just bought this. I had one a while ago. Probably one of my favorite pistols in the world. It looks beautiful, it's sexy, it's incredible, it shoots pretty well. This one I think has some sort of little like hop-up issue. It doesn't shoot as far as a normal TM with the Magic Pixie Dust, but it shoots pretty well. Next, we have a Colt Elite Force 1911. This has actually had the slide chromed on it because it looks really cool. I really like how that turned out, and it just kind of chromed the top and it looks all beautiful. Next, we have a SIG. This is a CO2 SIG. It's pretty great. I think this is a WE. Yeah, it's a WE. And then it has the CO2 mag, so it shoots a little bit harder and it's really nice. This is a M92 FS. This is actually a KWC/KJW. It has a lot of different, it's got a different upper and different lower. I think the lower is KJW, and I think the top is KSC. And it shoots CO2, it shoots like 420 feet per second, shoots really hard, gives some great kick, and it is a cool little gun. Next, we have a Glock. This is a Tokimori AEP. This is the electric Glock version. It's really, really cool. It shoots about 150 feet with like 220 feet per second, so it's kind of unique and a really cool little gun. Next, we have a KWA SIG P226. This is a really nice gun. KWA built professional training pistol. Just feels really, really great in your hand like any KWA, and it actually works pretty decent. We're actually having to send that back this week because something's wrong with it. Sometimes you kind of just get a lemon with any gun or any brand. And that's what happened with this, so we're going to send it back to KWA. Here is a KWA USPC Compact. This one has actually been HPA tapped like a few of these pistols you'll see here. It's a nice gun, feels pretty great. I don't like it super well because I have bigger hands, but it works. This is one I really like because I do have bigger hands. This is a WEG 18. I think this is 18, yeah. This is a G18 because it's full auto. It has the G18C, like the compensator cut in the slide there, and it is also HPA tapped. I'm not a huge WE fan, but this one's great, and it's shot for like a year, and it still has a broken nozzle at like 110 PSI, and it's really, really cool. Over here we have a KWA 1911. This is specifically the Mark II variant. There's a lot of different KWA guns that are produced. They make like 4 different 1911s, so that's one of them. It's pretty cool. It's in our collection. It really fits nice in a Serpa holster, and it shoots pretty decently. Here is my Spring Desert Eagle. I got this in my e-bike unboxing. It's awesome. It's stupid, but mainly awesome. Which is a Springer, but it's hilarious. Just fun to kind of use and kind of plink around with in the backyard. Here we have a KWA M93R that is also HPA tapped. This thing is awesome. It shoots so well. It shoots in semi, 3-round burst, and full auto. Has a little awesome grip. We're thinking about getting a stock for it, but it is just an awesome gun. It shoots very, very well. Next, we have the SMG. This is a Task Force, I think it's Task Force, I forget exactly what brand this is, but it's a Mac 11 variant. Oh yeah, Tactical Force TF11. No, I don't know if it's, I think it's OEM by Cybergun, but it's just Tactical Force. This thing shoots probably like 80 feet maybe. Full auto, shoots stupid fast, but it's really cool, and it has like a CO2 magazine that holds a lot of rounds. I think it only gets through 1 mag with the, actually I think it's like through like 2 mags with 1 CO2 can, but it shoots really fast and it's just kind of fun to use. Here we have a KWA MP9. Talk about another fast full auto gun. This thing's a beast. It doesn't shoot the greatest because the bucking is swollen, so I might get a new bucking, but I'm probably just going to trade it. I'm not exactly sure what if it's the bucking, or sometimes these guns are just kind of not sure if they work that great. I've had another MP9 that was, I think that one was just because it was used a lot, but it was not working as well. Here we have a Colt. This is actually the best gun I've ever owned in my life. This is a Colt P2W. Just kidding, it's a little Springer, but it's hilarious. Next we have 2 Springers. This one is just a Smith & Wesson something, and then we have a Taurus. I don't know exactly what brand, but a Taurus there. So yeah guys, this has been Alec Mac 1-on-1's giant collection video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comments.